Hey YouTube, everybody out there, rock on. Welcome back to my channel. I said I was going to make another video soon, which, like a week, is pretty quick for me. This will be a first. This time I'm going to be talking about the band Sentenced. And what I said by at first is it's a band that I didn't grow up with as a child. I found out about them by accident in like 2000 in my teen years. And another first is they started out as a black and death metal band from Finland. And, you know, there's nothing against that genre. I grew up with hair metal, power metal, and thrash metal. I like clean vocals. I don't like growling. You know, that's just not my thing. So to all the death metal and black metal fans out there, to each their own. And so, yeah, they formed in Finland. I think it was in the late 80s. Their first album came out in 91. And the first two albums were definitely like black death metal, and then they made a more traditional sense on their third album into like a melodic, still kind of death metal-ish, but more also toward a little bit of a traditional metal sense. Then they changed singers and went into a more goth hard rock metal style, which of course is more my liking, even though I don't listen to a lot of goth metal. Clean vocals, you know, that was more, obviously that's how I found out about them, and so that's how it began. Anyway, the band consisted of Mika Tenkula on lead guitars, rest in peace, Sami Lopaka on rhythm guitars, Vesa Ranta on drums, and Tinelli Jarva on bass. And this shirt came with a tote bag and this awesome Sentence box set. Just came out late July, only in Finland. I found out about this by accident. Somebody told me about it that was Finnish, that I bought a record from on Discogs. And so that's how I got it. And I wish I would have got, there's two versions. This one has like 700 copies. And the other one was a wooden box set. Same thing, but just a wooden box set. And yeah, I wish I would have gotten that, but it was already sold out. Because they shipped it in a fucking regular cardboard sleeve. And you can see the fucking corners bent the shit out of it. And that's USPS for you, the fucking joke. Anyway, the Postal Service, yeah, just a fucking joke. They don't take care of packages for shit. So you can see this box set has everything recorded ever on vinyl. Their EPs, their Dead Leaves EP, Rarities disc that was only originally in like their CD compilation. It came in like a coffin-shaped box set like a dozen years ago or something. That's also included. So you can see, which is really cool. Sentenced. Well, it's upside down. It's actually sentenced. Got it fixed that time. But yeah. And also, I'm going to just go in order and talk about each album. It's not like I know a lot about the early stuff, because I'm not into that type of music. But the Urn, it's called the Urn, the complete discography box set. And here's the book. It came with, you know, just open it up, random band pictures, you know, stuff like what else talks about here. And you can see it's like the album and just a page on the album, and it has liner notes of the song and song lyrics in the back of it. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go in order here. Let's see what order this is. Okay, here we go. Got it right. The first album had Mika Tenkula on vocals. It's all black metal. Oh, and they all have alternate artwork, simplified artwork. They're all black and silver. I have some CDs here I grew up with listening to. I'll show you it later on, the original artwork. But yeah, getting back to it, this is like black metal, death metal. I haven't listened to it. I probably won't listen to it, no offense, but maybe I'll stick it on one of these days and not pay attention just for something in the background. But that was Shadows of the Past. I think it came out in 1991. Let me move this shit out of the way. Well, I can just lay it here. The next album, same thing. North from Here, except Jarva is on vocals. And it's the same thing. It's black death metal. I haven't listened to it. Probably won't listen to it, but you never know. So, next up is a combined release. This is actually their first two EPs in one. And if you know Maiden, obviously everybody does, and The Trooper is one of their most famous songs ever made. Well, if you ever heard of like a black metal, death metal version of The Trooper, which that's Sentenced, and that might be the most popular song they done in the U.S. because I've heard people talk about it before. So yeah, so if you heard that version of The Trooper, chances are you heard Sentenced, and that was their first EP. It was The Trooper. And the second EP is called Love and Death. It's more like their next album I'll talk about in a second. More like melodic and more moved toward heavier metal instead of, dark. It still has that dark sound to it. But the Love and Death, I've listened to it a little bit on YouTube. I really haven't got into it, so I couldn't tell you enough. But that's the 2 EPs. Next up is Amok, which is by far their best album with Yarva, and of their early years before they switched singers. This album, Nepenthe, which might be their most famous song, it was a really good song. I've listened to this album, not a lot, but I've listened to it, and I can actually listen to it. It's pretty good. It's still has a lot of black and death metal sounding to it, but it's also, like I said, it's more like a Gothenburg melodic metal where you can tell it's moving less from harsh vocals to more mainstream heavy metal. So I like New Age Messiah, Nepenthe, let's see, the war ain't over, yeah. But that's Nepenthe, and also Amok, and also this was featured on an episode of Home Improvement. I'm not joking. One of the characters, I had to look it up, but I read about it and I saw it. One of the characters, I think Mark or something, had this fucking album on an episode wearing the original album artwork. It's like red and gold, and yeah, it says Amok right here. Yeah, it was on an episode of Home Improvement, so I got a little exposure anyway. And then came the traditional change with Yarva leaving to form the Black League, citing personal differences. And no, it's not the NBA. Yeah, bad joke, but yeah. And they brought in Vili Laihiala. I think it's pronounced Laihiala or Laihiala. It's either a long A or long I. And they produced this amazing goth metal masterpiece, one of my favorites, Down. And Noose is probably maybe their most popular song with Laihiala on vocals. I keep saying Laihiala, I won't fucking say TH. Laihiala on vocals. Just put your head in the noose, and so I will. Yeah, it's a really good song. There's a video of it on YouTube. Bleed is another good song. They played a lot during concerts. Sun Won't Shine. Yeah, it's a really strong transition from their, goth. Well, this is goth, but I mean from their black and death metal phase. And Laihiala is pretty a monotone singer, but it's clean and it's depressing. When you think of Sentenced, traditionally you might think of the early black metal shit, but I think like depressing goth metal, hard rock, and a lot of dark lyrics. And being a depressive myself, I really relate to this band. That's another reason I like them in their goth phase. So Down's probably my third favorite album by them. Second or third is close, and the first 3 go in order. The first 2 are bad for me, and then Amok was a little bit better, but it's still not my style. So yeah, that's Down. Next up, Frozen, which is probably my least favorite Laihiala record. Laihiala. I keep saying Laihiala. Fuck. Laihiala record. I'm just gonna say Vili from now on. It has some good songs. Farewell, that was good. The Suicide, good song. I haven't listened to these forever, so that's why I can't tell you like the best songs, because like it's not like Guns N' Roses like my last video. Like I knew them from heart because I grew up with them. But this also has bonuses. I Want to Be Somebody Wasp cover, House of the Rising Sun, The Animals, and yeah, Dead Leaves, which is the name of the box or the EP that they released rarities. So yeah, Frozen's probably my least favorite Laihiala record. I said it right that time. Next up, Frozen. Now this has No More Beating as One. That's the song that I found on a compilation. It was a Brave Words Bloody Knuckles compilation from 2000, and it had like all new artists or new songs from new albums at the time, and that was one of them. And a lot of people don't think this is their best album. It's one of my favorites, probably my second favorite. It's because I grew up with it. Bleed in My Arms. Bleed in my arms. No More Beating as one. Broken. They seem like I'm doing fine, but I'm broken to a million pieces deep inside. Great fucking song. My favorite. Dead Moon Rising is great. And then the most famous song from this album is Killing Me, Killing You. Another great slow, has a piano intro. It's a great ballad, depressing song, and they made a video for that one as well. So great album, Crimson. And here is the original artwork. I thought they had like a red background in it. I swear I've seen a red background. Maybe it was a broken single or Killing Me, Killing You, but there is a red background to this. I have to look it up and see which which version that is. This one is my favorite Sentenced album. It's the first one I bought. It's the Cold White Light, and it's another masterpiece and goth metal masterpiece, hard rock. Cross my heart and hope to die. May my end come tonight. Great song. Brief as the Light, which is one of the more popular songs from this album. Neverlasting might be my favorite Sentenced song ever because it moves away more away from goth. It's more hard rock, traditional heavy metal. Great fucking solo. It's more like almost like new wave British heavy metal type sound. It's a fucking amazing song. Blood and tears from the ashes of our lives we shed. Great fucking song. And they even have an uplifting song, You Are the One. It's a ballad. And then right before that is Excuse Me While I Kill Myself. So you get both. No One There, they released a video for that. It's another one of their most popular songs. The wind blows through my heart, shivers me one last time, as I now reach out in the dark, no one there. Great song. Here's the original artwork. Cool, simple, same as the S here. And it came with a sticker, but I lost it a long time ago. But yeah, you can see the artwork's a lot different and better. And last was the Funeral album, their final album before they ended up breaking up. Everfrost is a good song. May Today Become the Day. Great song, the first single. Despair-Ridden Hearts. We came so far, despair-ridden hearts. Vengeance Is Mine, another good tune. That was a single they released from the album, or video, and a single. Lower the flags, good man has died. And drain me, my darling, drain me, my darling. Yeah, it's another good song. So yeah, that's the Funeral album. And that's probably my fourth favorite, behind Down and Crimson and the Cold White Light. So yeah, that's all their albums. And then here's the one that was released only in the CD box set, and I listened to it. It's okay. It's Dead Leaves. It's a bunch of B-sides and one live song and a couple covers like Creep from Radiohead and Digging the Grave by Faith No More. And yeah, so that's the whole box set, and that's Sentenced, the discography. And here's the final album they made, live. They recorded their final concert ever, Buried Alive. Sentenced, it's the Funeral album. I actually have pretty much the same cover work as the vinyl I have. That's first, because most of them are completely different. Anyway, goddamn spider crawling up the fucking thing next to me. I guess that's fitting because the dark nature of this band, the lyrics. That's Sentenced, from Finland. After the band disbanded, Tinkula died of apparent heart attack. I think it was 2009. The other band members, I mentioned Yarva was in the Black League. Have no idea what he does. I don't really like his vocals or his bands. Lahaila did Poison Black, which is the first time I enjoyed it quite a bit. Then I kind of lost touch with them. They disbanded. I don't know what the hell happened to them afterwards. And the other two members, I think they have their own projects. But yeah, so Let me know what you think about the band Sentenced, if you even heard of them. Most people I talk to in America don't know who the fuck they are. Like I said, I came across them by accident, and I'm glad I did. I wish they were still around, and I can relate to them being like I have a lot of depression issues myself, and when I hear a lot of depressing songs, a lot of times it gets me down sometimes, but a lot of the times it also like makes me feel I'm not alone because I can relate to it. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Let me know if you heard of Sentence. What's your favorite album, favorite song, favorite style of the two? And I apologize, death metal, black metal fans. It's just not my style, so that's why I kind of shit on those albums. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll put a link, a video of a past video, and at the end here, and subscribe and. Let me know what you think of this video, and as always, keep on rocking.